Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Channel, John Smallman. Stand firmly in your knowing that God's will is always achieved, and in the knowing that His will for humanity is that you recognize that you are all one with Him eternally, in a state of wonder and exaltation. You have all chosen to release your fearful grip on the apparent reality of suffering, pain, and death, and to dissolve and dissipate the sense of dread that your egos thrive upon. Your awakening is divinely assured, and cannot be delayed or prevented because that is not and never could be God's will. Your awakening is her will, and it is close, so trust her completely, and continue to set and reset your intent to be only loving whatever may arise in your daily lives or in the world around you, knowing, as you most certainly do at the depth of your being, that your intent, because it is totally aligned with the will of God, is both massively effective and massively powerful. You are presently incarnate, by your own most loving and generous free will choices, to mightily assist in the awakening process for yourselves and for all of those whose state of unreal amnesia still seems to be closing them off from any awareness of the deep inner potency of their love for God and of hers for them. To awaken is humanity's divine destiny, and it is on schedule, precisely as divinely planned. You all are awakening now, even though it may seem to you that it is taking a long time, especially if you are feeling a strong sense of impatience. Therefore, just be. That is all that is required of you, and allow yourselves to know that all is divinely taken care of, because that is reality. In the material world that you experience as humans in form, when waiting for the arrival of a future event to which you are looking forward with great enthusiasm, time can feel interminable, and if something you dread appears to be imminent and unavoidable, time seems to flow much more rapidly. However, if you can just allow yourselves to be, without expectations, and allow life to simply unfold, accepting with love whatever arises, knowing that it is always for your highest good, you will find yourselves far more at peace, and, therefore, able to trust that God's will is also unfolding beautifully just as she intends, because it always does. Her intent is always for your complete peace and happiness. Relax into your holy inner sanctuaries whenever you have a quiet moment throughout your day and allow and invite your loving mother to fill you with her peace and trust so that you are reminded, yet again, that all is truly well. All is truly well, because that is the divine will of Mother or Father or God in every moment. Often that may not seem to be the case because your human perspective is extremely limited, whereas God sees, intends, and lovingly accepts every moment, knowing that all is flowing perfectly for each and every one of you as you willingly and most beautifully pursue the paths that you designed so perfectly, with her guidance, for this human lifetime prior to incarnating. I would remind you again that there are no accidents, everything has a divine purpose, even though it is frequently not apparent to you. Most of you, when you look back on your lives in form, have clear memories of events that occurred that displeased or upset you, and yet, as you look back, you now know that they were valuable learning experiences, experiences that you would probably not wish to repeat, but which, with hindsight, you now realize were of benefit, even of great benefit. Where you are right now, just being yourselves, is exactly where you are meant to be, because it is where you chose to be. You do have and always have had free will, therefore you are always precisely where you have chosen to be, even if you find it practically impossible to believe that you could have made such a choice. So when doubts arise, as they often do, ask for help. Here in the non-physical realms we are always available, and we respond immediately when you call on us. We are your loving support team who made an agreement with you, before you incarnated, to watch over you during your human lives and provide support whenever you might call upon us. We love you all dearly and honor you greatly for the courage you have shown by incarnating to assist in the collective awakening process. However alone or abandoned you may feel, you are never alone, can never be alone because there is no separation, there is only an eternally oneness with your loving source, Mother, or Father or God. So, as you finish reading or listening to this message, a message to uplift, inspire, comfort and remind you how dearly loved you are in every moment of your eternal existence. Allow yourselves to know and totally accept yourselves as the divine and beloved children of God that you all are, and release any feelings of unworthiness to which you may be clinging, through guilt or shame, of God's infinite and unchanging love for you. No matter what you may believe you have done that could have been or was a sinful dishonoring of God, know that God knows that in every moment you are always doing your best. Failure to please God is impossible simply because you used your free will freely given you by God to experience life as a human in form, and as a human in form your knowledge, intellectual abilities, and ability to be totally loving are severely limited by your human form and the material environment in which you are experiencing life, a life that is also apparently severely limited by the confines of your bodies. You are all working within a state of limitation, something that in truth is utterly unreal to come to once more know Mother or Father or God as the magnificent, infinitely powerful and infinitely loving divine being that she eternally is, and whom you have very temporarily forgotten in your human sense of disorientation. You chose to be incarnate as a human being right now, knowing that you would forget who you really are, while also knowing that God in her infinite love and wisdom would help you to remember her, and knowing that your presence on earth at this time of enormous change and confusion would additionally mightily assist others to awaken into the knowing of themselves as also eternally one with God. Be well, know that you are eternally and infinitely loved by your Heavenly Father, and relax into totally trusting in her as you prepare most joyfully for your imminent awakening. With so very much love, Saul.